my channel. Welcome back to Vlogmas. It is day 5, I think, at this point. Flying through the days currently. I am loving Vlogmas this year. Loving it. I feel like at this point I'm so tempted to just go for it every single day, but then I'm thinking, would I then enjoy it as much as what I'm currently enjoying it? Because I'm filming every single day, editing every day, but because there's not... but it's just feeling like bliss, and I don't know whether it's just because I've taken that pressure away. Obviously there's a lot of influencers that do Vlogmas and they have a full team behind them. They have editors, they have video help, and I'm currently, and at this point in my career in this industry, I'm a one-man band, so it does make things a little bit more difficult when it comes to daily uploads, like last year. But so far, this has just been a joyride and I am loving it. So to start with in today's video, we're going Christmas shopping. I nearly just spilt my tea all over me. It's a little bit hot actually, I might pop it down. Definitely, I picked it up for the vibe, but the vibe is now burning my fingers. So yes, beginning by Christmas shopping. And when I say Christmas shopping, I don't know if this is just a very unique thing, very authentic to myself, quite bizarre thing. When I say Christmas shopping, I sort of go for a Christmas mooch because I don't like carrying things around with me. So what I do is I go for my Christmas shopping and I see and find all the things that I want to buy for either myself or for other people, take a photo of it on my phone so I remember exactly what it is, the product code, everything, and then I can come home and not only order things to my home so I don't have to carry around heavy bags of shopping all day, but I can have a little Google and a play and find discount codes and the best deal and the best price on the items that I want to buy. So that's what I do when it comes to Christmas shopping. Plus then I can carry a nice little handbag around, I can have a hot drink or a smoothie or something cute in one hand and then not have hundreds of bags, heavy arms, achy arms, and it's then a real pleasurable experience. I've not got people barging into me and barging past my bags. I then don't have to pay for bags either. Everything just comes, usually free delivery if possible, and it just makes everything so much more, as I say, pleasurable when it comes to Christmas shopping. There is another but in that sentence. So the shopping complex that I'm going to is Quay in Southampton, which is the closest sort of big shopping complex to me. And they have one of, I would say, one of the best HomeSense / TK Maxx's in, well, at least in my area. And I can't ever go down into that HomeSense without buying some form of heavy items for the house, for the kitchen, etc. So that will be my last point of call for the day. So then if I do buy things, I'm only then walking from one shop to the car, as opposed to the whole day carrying loads of stuff around. So we're gonna have a really good, lovely Christmassy mooch this morning. I need to think of what I want to make for dinner this evening as well. We need to bake something tomorrow morning. I always usually bake on a Saturday morning because I end up travelling over to my partner's in the afternoon, and it's just lovely being able to give him all of the baked goods so that I don't have to feel guilty about either eating them all myself or not eating them all myself. I hate waste so much. So I usually save my baking for the weekend and then just give it away. And that's also the bonus now at being in a really big horse yard with loads of people and loads of horses, is if I'm going horse riding on a day that I want to bake, I take everything up to the yard as well, and again just... So I'm gonna finish my tea and then we're gonna go off shopping. I've just also, while making my tea, spilled the dog's water on the floor and I've stepped in it. So I've got a wet sock, which in these climates, it's bloody freezing, is not the one. I've got really cold toes right now, so I need to swap my socks over, get dressed to go shopping, and that's that. But I've also started actually a little bit of Christmas shopping. I'm going to show you my wrapping. Let me actually show you my wrapping. Purely just because I was sat there and my wrapping is here. So I've gone quite basic this year with my Christmas wrapping. Everything's from Amazon, so I can leave it linked. I just think it's so Christmassy, and obviously I said to you guys on day one that this Christmas, this Vlogmas especially, I want to bring the magic of Christmas back, that sort of 90s Christmas nostalgia, as we all felt as kids and when we were younger, that Christmas just felt like a fairy tale. And so I kind of feel like this is less beige lifestyle, which, don't get me wrong, I love my beiges and my neutrals, I'm quite a vanilla girly. This is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but every time that I'm looking at these under my tree, and my tree as well, with the accents of the emeralds and the burgundies and the golds and much more bright, cheerful, Christmassy colours, this is bringing me so much joy, and they've only been here for about 24 hours. I did my wrapping, when did I do my wrapping? The night before last, I think. So I've just gone for recycled paper in this red colour with this gold ribbon, which again I got from Amazon. I do have some burgundy velvet ribbon as well, so I might do a bit of a mixture. Once I've got some more presents, I might have a play with different bows and things as well, just to make everything look a bit more jazzy under the tree. The only thing with this paper, let me show you. I'm back. So in terms of quality of wrapping paper, this is insane because it's thick, it doesn't rip, and obviously the colour's really rich. It looks really rich and really expensive. However, on Amazon their photo looked like the paper itself, like the wrapping paper log, looked really long. This is what we're working with. So there is so much wrapping paper on this roll, like it's thick. I've used loads of it. However, this is so short. So I've had to basically triple to 4 times wrap. I mean, these are really big gifts underneath me, really big boxes, sorry, but yeah, I've had to literally wrap and wrap and wrap. So a huge good luck to the people and doing these presents. However, I think they look really, really good, and I love the paper. It's just so annoying that for the bigger presents and the bigger sort of boxes that I'm wrapping, I'm going to have to go over quite a few times, because otherwise this paper is epic. So I will still leave it linked, because obviously as well with smaller gifts, smaller boxes, this is going to be a breeze to wrap with, but yeah, just a bit of a shame that it's so short, because it definitely, I'm so sure it looked a lot longer online. However, there is so much paper in here. There must be, oh, I dread to actually think how many feet or meters or whatever they measure wrapping paper in is in here. I mean, the roll is thick. The ribbon is also a really great quality as well. So I'll leave them linked, but just be aware that this is much shorter than what it looks. And so obviously I have done a little bit of Christmas shopping. What have I bought? I've bought, do you know, there's a website that I haven't ever heard of before. It's called The Go-To, and I bought some gifts on there this year. And how I would describe it is the very bougie presents that are really gorgeous, thoughtful, unique presents that aren't a necessity. And I'd almost describe it as the perfect website for the person that you just have no idea what to buy them, because there's so much on there, things that you would never think of because you don't need them. Basically, it's a website of stuff that you don't really need, but you end up wanting the second you start to scroll, if that makes sense. A lot of the presents can be personalised and engraved. Also what I found as well, if you sign up, you get 10% off, but you have to really scroll quite far down on your sign up email to find the 10%, because I went to put my order in, saw the price of the packaging, like the shipping, I think it was about £20 to ship, and bearing in mind this came the day after next, so it obviously is coming from a UK depot somewhere. But I just suddenly thought, there's just no way I'm spending £20 on packaging, so I nearly scrolled off and signed off of the whole order. But then when I found my discount code on my email, that then took off the price of the shipping, so it kind of made it a little better. And I don't know if that's just my gifts that cost that much money, or whether that's just the standard shipping costs, I'm not sure. However, in terms of really bougie lovely gifts, like really, really lovely gifts, it's fantastic. So I've got some really great things actually from then. I'm not gonna spill what I've bought just in case anybody's watching my videos that I've been buying for, but definitely go and have a browse, because I could have got very carried away, and I am so impressed. I mean, the way that everything came packaged for the £20, I mean, the box is beautiful that it arrived in. It arrived, as I say, next to next day. Next to next day, does that make sense? The day after next day. One of them has come from Italy and it's branded just to perfection. The quality of the product is second to none, and also it's come next to next day, and it's been personalised and embroidered impersonalised whilst being personalised. Get my teeth in. So yeah, I really recommend it for the people that you don't know what to buy for, and or if you like to buy presents that are really unique and something that you just wouldn't find in John Lewis, for example, potentially, then definitely check out The Go-To, because I was very impressed so far. I've also bought a couple of bits from Flannels because they've had great deals on at the moment. But otherwise today, there's a couple of bits that I probably will pick up today. I will just say what I need to get quickly because I don't think this person will be watching this video anyway, and if you are, scroll away. But when it comes to my partner's gifts this year, I've been really thoughtful with what I've bought, and I've bought some really lovely bits, but I also want to buy some cute sort of small funny stocking filler type things. And every time I go to his and we go to make pancakes, or I go to make a Yorkshire pudding for a roast dinner, or you know, something that requires flour, he doesn't have a sieve, so I need to buy a nice sieve. I'm thinking like a really nice John Lewis sieve and or a Home Sensey one. The other thing which he doesn't have, which could do with, is a potato masher. So like funny things like that. Some more stocking fillers. I've kind of sorted his like bigger gifts. It's now just like the funny itty bitty cute, just something to unwrap sort of gifts that I need to think about. For my mum, again, she's the sort of person that just has everything, and if she, like me, if she wants something she goes and gets it. But I think it was on Vlogmas Day 3 that I showed you guys the Marks and Spencer's dressing gown. Oh my gosh, I've been living in it, absolutely living in it. And they do it in bright pink, and my mum is a very pink person, especially bright, like hot pink person. So I am thinking of getting her that, and then some little bits to match, maybe like a nice diary for 2025, and more sort of small thoughtful gifts as opposed to anything big, because if we want to do something big, we'll just take each other out for like a nice afternoon tea, or we'll go obviously for lunch at the Ritz like we did a couple of months ago, and we'll treat each other to things like that throughout the year, just like nice experiences, as opposed to gifts when we both have everything that we sort of need. And also my mum is the worst at Christmas gifts. When I say the worst. My back garden, I have fake grass. 2 years ago she bought me a lawnmower. And yes, she knows I have fake grass. 2 years before that she bought me a strimmer. Now I am all about girls being, you know, strong, independent women. But I will also hold my hands up and say I don't want to be a strong, independent woman in all senses. That includes using a strimmer. I also don't have any bushes or any need with my fake grass for a strimmer. One year I got a toolbox, and obviously a toolbox is really useful, but a whole month before December came along, I phoned her. And this was after the incidents with the lawnmowers and, you know, buying all of these sort of more independent woman Bob the Builder style gifts. I just had a feeling. I had a feeling I was going to get a toolbox, and I already have a toolbox. And just when I say I have a toolbox, I have a hammer, I've got screwdrivers, tape measures, I've got a drill, drill bits, just in case I ever need them. It was actually one of the first things that I bought when I moved into this house, because I've done so much sort of self-decorating and stuff throughout the years, and I just had a feeling, and I phoned her and I was like, Mum, I don't need a hammer, I have a hammer, I've got, the only thing I don't actually have is a spanner, but please, I don't need a spanner. I really don't need any tools or any, what's the word, like outdoor, what's the word I'm looking for, manual labour machinery, is that the word I'm looking for? Outdoor machinery. I don't, that's not something I need. What did I get wrapped up? I got a drill and a full toolbox, even after saying, Mum, I already have these things. And so I've kind of learnt my lesson, and I sort of hope that she has now. And about a year, maybe 2 years ago, I have just since convinced her that we go and do something really lovely together instead of getting gifts, because as well, however lovely the thought is, and obviously I'm so grateful for any gifts, again, when I say I hate waste, when I don't need something and I'm not going to be using something, I would much rather us have an experience and a memory that we can, you know, share, opposed to another hammer that I've already got a hammer, and I rarely use a hammer anyway. If that makes sense. But anyway, waffle over, intro over. I need to eat my tea, I need to eat my tea. Need to eat my tea, and then we're going to get ready. Oh my gosh, I just went to start videoing and my phone rang, and it was the horse yard. I don't know why. Every time I get a phone call from wherever my horse is or has been, my heart just drops, and it was just like, oh, the horse dentist is here, do you want his teeth done? The anxiety. Anyway, we were about to start getting ready to go shopping, but the postman has also just been, and I have put an order through on We Are Tala for some basic everyday loungewear pieces. Not an ad, I bought this all myself, but I thought we could try it on together while we're here and while it is here, see what I want to keep, see what I don't want to keep, test the quality, and I can link everything as well if obviously you like the look of anything yourself. But I just feel like every now now and then treating myself to some new loungewear pieces, it just makes me feel good. And I really like We Are Tala as a brand, because not only are they really elevated everyday basic pieces, but everything is sustainable, recyclable or recycled is probably the better word to use. They're not recycled, well, they probably are recyclable, but the materials are recycled fabrics. It's also a woman-run business. Obviously Grace Beverley is just such an inspiration to so many women, including myself, and I really like to support women and women-run businesses, and also obviously businesses that are helping the planet in some way by being sustainable as well. So I buy a lot of my basics from here, I buy a lot of my gym wear from here, and I'm going to say 85% of what I order sort of throughout the year. I don't do huge orders, but every now and then I do just buy some new bits and pieces. The majority of my stuff, 85% of my orders over, you know, the last couple of years I've been buying from Tala, I adore. Other pieces I think are really good, but I think they could be better matched at the same price point. So it'll be really interesting to see what I think of these pieces. Their usual sort of day flex, I think it's the day flex that I love. Like their flares, their leggings are amazing. I have a few of their seamless scrunched leggings, which are the most comfortable, most flattering leggings, but they bubble like a biatch. They really, really do. But mainly their hoodies, their loungewear, just 10 out of 10. So let's undo my order. My only other note is that I ordered this last Saturday and it's now Friday, and I feel like delivery wasn't free, which I know is a first world problem, but fast deliveries, I love a fast delivery, you know? But regardless, there is a lot in here. So it's this set that I'm the most excited about, and it is this very dark brown. I think they call it Americano actually, the colour. Yes, Americano. This is the oversized hoodie with contrast piping. I've got everything, well, I've got the hoodies, I've got another jumper as well in a size medium, just because I do like things to be big when it comes to loungewear. So this is the hoodie. The quality, I mean, is just fantastic. Their hoodie quality really is the best, but I love the back. I really love the back, and I just think it's like a hoodie that's, you know, with leggings. Obviously I've got the matching trackies as well. It's just it's lovely work from home wear, but also run out and do, you know, your food shopping in, go meet friends for coffee, if I'm coming back from the gym in the winter, especially if I've had like a little sauna and shower at the gym. It's lovely to throw something on that isn't just like pajamas, it's really elevated loungewear. So I've got those with the matching trackies, so I'm going to try those on first. I think I should try those on and then you can see them on. Okay, well, starting off, I will show you the joggers in a better mirror in a second so you can see the full length. They are the comfiest thing that has ever graced my legs. Oh my gosh, they're so soft. I would just say undersize, go down a size, because however comfy they are, there is a lot of material here and my arse does look like it's grazing the floor. I don't mind that because obviously I've got an oversized hoodie to go on the top and I do really like the oversized look. However, I think I might be better, especially like with the material here on the front, maybe downsizing. I think I bought these in a size small, which would be my usual size. And then I also picked up one of these tops as well. I've got the matching leggings to this as well. Now I have these tops in a couple of colours, and I've made the mistake before of buying my regular size. You want to size up unless you enjoy clicking your neck and, you know, pulling muscles in your shoulders trying to put them on. So these tops are like really form fitted, and however amazing the regular size looks on me once I've managed to get it over my head, over my body, through my arms, over my boobs and on, it gives me, it doesn't just give me hourglass, like it gives me, I've just disappeared basically, and then it just gives these like so much of a lift that it's almost too much of a lift. So this time round I've sized up and I've gone for a medium, which usually I'd be a small. And sizing up, the comfort of getting it on, perfect. These also have built-in support, so you don't need to wear a bra with them. So in terms of basic tops, they do long sleeve, they do loads of different necklines. They're fantastic. They're an amazing material. Obviously, as I say, built-in support, so you don't need to wear a bra, and you know, they're not just for gym wear, for lounge wear. I would wear this with a pair of jeans and a cardi. Like, I would wear this on the day-to-day, elevated with some posh, I meant to say smart trousers, with my posh trousers on, and some heels and a blazer. Like, you can really elevate these tops basically. but in sizing up I would say that there is a tiny bit of like looseness to the arms, nothing that it's ridiculous, but it could potentially fit me slightly better here, and obviously where I'm larger here but I do have a smaller waist, my weight I carry on my hips and my legs, like my upper thighs. Very lucky I've always just had a super small waist, so I do really like to accentuate that because my insecurity is my lower half of my body, not my upper half. Potentially a little bit loose, but not ridiculously, and it is still super comfortable. So I just feel like from a comfort point of view of putting something on, I actually do recommend sizing up and just taking the slight hit on potentially, like, I mean, this is minimal, the loose material, minimal here as well. I've just made the mistake of buying my actual size in these before and I love them so much, but just putting them on and even getting them off again, oh my gosh, is just torture. So definitely size up in these tops. I haven't tried the long sleeve version. This might be a long sleeve version actually, hang on. I feel like I might have ordered, I can't remember what I ordered, you know. No, this is, okay, no, this is the same as this top, just in white. Anyway, this is the look without the hoodie on. Now let's chuck the hoodie on. Oh my gosh, they're just so soft. Let me show you the inside actually. Can you see how fleecy and cozy this is? Oh, it's a dream. Honestly, just wow. I love it. The back I think looks gorgeous. This is like the ultimate hoodie. The quality, the fabric, I love the contrast piping detail as well on the sleeve. I think that's super cool. I love the boxy fit. Obviously I've gone a size up and I love the fact that it's, you know, super oversized. I'm going to take you off of there and just show you in the mirror so you can see the full length, and then I've got the matching leggings as well so you can see what the hoodie's like on top of something that is like fitted underneath as well, as opposed to just being baggy on the top and the bottom. So let's go. Here we are. Let's excuse the lead under my feet. That's my dehumidifier for my dressing room. But it's a dream. I mean, the cozy factor, cozy levels right now are cozy leveling to the, you know, the thermometer is like breaking point. This is so cozy. The length is perfect. They're cuffed as well, so if you're shorter than I am and you're finding them quite long, obviously you can curl them up. I am 5'8", get my teeth in, 5'8.5", sort of closer to 5'9", but not quite 5'9". And this is the length on me. Obviously as well, let me pull the hoodie up just so you can see them without that. Camera focus, hang on. There we go. So yeah, you can see obviously that, get the tag out the way, the bum is a little bit baggy on them. They could definitely be a little bit smaller, but I think I'm going to keep them anyway, just purely because they are just so comfortable. And obviously the whole return process of anything, I just dread returns so much. So whenever I buy things, I do try to make sure that I buy things that I know I'm going to want to keep, purely because going to the post office to return anything to me is the thought of running a marathon. It doesn't happen, and it's really bad. It's a very bad habit and trait of mine. I just hate going to the post office. I hate it. So they're gonna stay in the size that they are, and that is this outfit that is definitely for staying. Okay, then we have the matching leggings to the top, and these are the Day Flex high-waisted full leggings, size small, again colour Americano. So let's chuck these on, but honestly these feel basically exact to Lululemon Aligns. Actually I've got a pair here. We can compare. So Tala, Lulu, obviously these are two different shades. This is called espresso and this is obviously Americano. But in terms of fabric feel, in terms of seams and stitching, and then the most important part is the bottom area. These are these inside out? Yeah, these are inside out, hang on. So this is the back of the Lululemon ones, and then this is the back of the Tala. So basically identical, other than the fact that the Tala do to give you the, you know. So these are the ones, you know, and they're not as expensive as those. These can also be washed under 30. These can't. I love my I love my Lululemon, don't get me wrong, adore Lulu so much, but in terms of price point, quality, washing, preference, not washing preference, washing ease, I just used that word because my brain is not in gear this morning. These might be the ones, so let's try them on. I really thought I'd be obsessed, and I really am. Love the colour so much. And then let's have a look at the booty. I haven't been blessed with booty, but I mean, I'd say it's giving me more than what I got. Colour match, I'm saying, is pretty much bang on. I feel like a lot of brands really struggle to get leggings and tops to match up. I suppose it's different fabrics to, you know, obviously in the top to the leggings, but I'm saying that this is kind of perfect, really. I'm going to actually tuck the top in because there is, oh, that's the only thing with sizing up, isn't it? I feel like it's a very comfortable fit though, and actually probably a fit that I would wear more often, especially times of the month when I do just want a bit more room, because the other one really does cinch you in, the smaller size. Ignore everything I've just said. She tucks to perfection. This way the colour is exact. This could be a jumpsuit. That is how seamless the tuck is. The colours, everything. This is a win-win for me. Total win. Same top, same trackies, just different colours. Love both. This isn't the hoodie, this is the 3/4 zip sweatshirt, so let's try that on. The back on this is slightly different to the hoodie as well. Sometimes I quite like not having a hoodie but still having the comfort of feeling like I'm wearing a hoodie, if that makes sense. If you are travelling this winter, especially ski holidays and colder climates, then these are the tracksuits that are just at the airport. I mean, just the comfort is just second to none. I love the colour, the piping, just everything. Let's go to the other mirror. Taking you guys to the other mirror for a longer look. Just love. Love, love, love. There's no notes. Zero notes on these at all. From the back, can you see that from the back? I can't see. The fits of these, oh my gosh. Do you know, I feel like the coziest teddy bear, but I also feel like however much I am in loungewear, I am in my slacks, I don't feel like I've made zero effort in this. Listen, I'm not dressed up, however, I feel like I don't look like I've just rolled out of bed in these, even though that is exactly how I feel in terms of comfort. They are just slightly more elevated. Like, I could put on a really big oversized coat with this, some trainers, and still look like I've got dressed and styled myself. And I think that's key in finding pieces that you can wear every single day is, okay, you can be super chilled at home and wear your slacks and be as comfortable as this, but if you want to go out, you do want to make an effort, or you've got 5 minutes to make a bit of an effort, you've been working from home all day in something like this, you can just chuck on a pair of really nice trainers, a really nice smart coat over the top, and look like you have actually made an effort, even though deep down your comfort level is 1,000,000% snug as a bug in a rug. So adore these. I almost prefer this to the chocolate, and I love the chocolate, I say the chocolate, the Americano. I love that so much, but I almost prefer this. And with these I have rolled just once on these, because I have found these to be slightly longer than the other ones. Slightly, when I say slightly I mean like slightly. But yeah, oh my gosh, love, 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 love. Last thing that I bought in this haul, this is one of my favourite collections that Tala do. It's just so soft. I have these in the short sleeves and in the vest tops. This is the long sleeve, and it's their, what do they call it, the 365 soft lounge collection, I think it's called. Oh my gosh, when I tell you that this is just, I should have bought more of these. I really should have bought more of these. The quality, the fit, everything about these vests, just impeccable. I do have a bra on, but just the way that it fits around here, like it's giving Pamela Anderson, you know, like it's just so perfect. The quality, I think the next time they have a sale or a discount code, I am going to stock up on a few more of these, because every time I don't do that, I always regret it. I buy my usual size. This is a size small in this, and it's just perfect, where obviously it doesn't have the built-in support, like there's no issues with getting it over heads or anything like that. From behind, obviously this is just for trackies, but I'd wear this with jeans, with trousers, with my posh trousers, and a blazer. I'm more than likely actually going to wear this Christmas shopping as a layer in a second. I don't really know what to wear today. This is the haul, by the way. I need to obviously sort out the mess, but that is everything in my haul. I don't know what to wear today. The benefit of being someone that has invested and obviously worked with brands that have very kindly sent me really beautiful coats, like tailored coats, and this is the benefit of investing in tailored coats, such as, you know, the Holland Cooper trenches or similar. Fairfax and Favour have recently released some beautiful tailored coats as well. Karen Millen, one of my favourites as well, because actually for the quality of their coats, they're really not that expensive as opposed to other competitor brands. Having one or a few really beautifully tailored coats that are in colours that, you know, really suit the majority of other colours and outfits means that you can go really comfortable underneath and nobody would know. And then you've obviously got a really lovely tailored coat on the top, so you look like you've really made an effort for the day and, you know, you've really gone all out in your outfit, but actually underneath you've got a super comfortable top, leggings on, potentially even trainers on the bottom, or while still keeping warm and looking, you know, posh with your tailored coat on. So that's probably what I'm going to do today, is go quite basic underneath with a nice coat on the top. So I'm going to have a think about that, and then I'll show you my outfit of the day, and then we have to get going because I wanted to get going an hour ago and I've been chit-chatting, I've had my tea, I've been titivating at the house and doing other bits, I've had some work things come in, I've got to clean up the mess that I've just caused to the side of me, and we really have to go Christmas shopping because it's a Friday and I just know the traffic coming home this evening. What have I signed myself up for on a Friday? Whenever I go, do you know, this is one thing that I do. I'm going to waffle for 2 seconds longer. I have two really big red flags. One is that my bin day, as in dustbin day, is a Wednesday. You can bet your big left toe that I, on a Thursday, will do a clear out. Every single time. Why would I not do that on a Tuesday? Why does it have to be every single Thursday or like a Wednesday evening that I'm suddenly motivated to have a clear out or fully tidy my house, like spring clean my house, and then have all of this stuff, like all this rubbish to go out to the bins, and I've got to wait a whole week with all this rubbish. And then my second one is I will always go shopping further afield, as in sort of motorway and up, on a Friday. Every single time it's a Friday, and then I've got to come back in all the traffic because obviously London is here, Southampton is here, I live here. On the weekends, obviously a lot of people that work in London during the week and then live down here in the south on the weekends, they're travelling back. The traffic is just horrific, and I do it to myself every single time. So I'm going to shut up now, I'm going to get dressed, and then we're going to go Christmas shopping. I just had a bit of a life epitome, and I was fighting every single bone in my body to take off my trackies because they are the comfiest, honestly, the comfiest thing my legs have never felt this comfortable ever. And as I'm fighting to take them off, I was thinking, why? I'm going shopping on my own, I'm not going to see anybody, and even if I did, who actually cares about what I'm wearing? It's not an event. I'm not going for the whole outfit of the day vibe. I'm going Christmas shopping, and Christmas shopping is a joyful, pleasurable, well, the hands are going, pleasurable experience that's supposed to be enjoyed. And you can't enjoy anything unless you're, well, you enjoy things a hell of a lot more when you're so comfortable that, you're just so comfortable. So, I'm going comfortable, and this is what I mean by putting on a tailored coat over the top, because would you even know right now that I have trackies on? I'm going to probably pop some trainers on as well. I'm going to go so comfy. I've got my, obviously, Tala top on. The trackies are on. And over the top of this coat, you would have no idea. So even if I do bump into somebody I know, not that I should care if somebody sees me in trackies, because why would that matter? But they're not going to know anyway. So, rant over as to why I am going to be wearing my trackies today and just going super comfortably, because I love to be comfortable, and I feel like the older I'm getting, the more I'm putting my comfort needs above anything else, caring less about other people's opinions. Not that, and actually, here's another thing, nobody actually cares anyway. We think people care. We think that people are, oh my gosh, someone's going to see me in trackies and think, oh my gosh. No one gives a flying F, basically. You know, we think people care, we care about people caring. No one cares. No one cares. I don't ever look at somebody. Actually, if I saw somebody in this outfit right now and I was wearing heels or boots or something super tight and I was uncomfortable, I would be envious of the person that looks so chic and so cool in really nice trackies and looks comfortable and her whole aura is comfortable because she is comfortable. I would be envious as opposed to judgmental that somebody would dare to be seen in public in trackies. Don't get me wrong, I love dressing up. There is times for dressing up, there's times for comfort. Christmas shopping, when you're going to be walking for miles, and solo as well, you know, I'm not going to be in a group mirror shot with girlies and everybody's like all dressy and all cutesy. That's not happening today. This is a me day. Me days means comfort and trackies, and I'm going to stop waffling on now because I feel like all this vlog has been is just absolute waffle, and we are going Christmas shopping now. So this is the outfit of the day, and I honestly couldn't be any happier. And scent of the day is Prada Paradox. This is the intense version. I'm loving this actually. Got it on a Black Friday deal, just in like the mini version. One spray is all you need, and it's super strong and lasts all day long. Finally in the car, I've got my coffee, so I'm going to be caffeinated, and let's go. I'm going to leave these linked because if you're new here basically and you haven't seen me bang on about my coffee cup, it is the best investment I've ever made. It's £35, which, yes, okay, for a coffee cup, quite expensive, but just look at her. Or him, just the cutest coffee cup. In terms of aesthetic, it's just the most aesthetic coffee cup ever. It keeps my drink hot for hours, doesn't spill everywhere. I take it everywhere with me every single day this comes out. So actually, in terms of price per wear of a coffee cup, this is way free by now. Like, I'm so in profit. Well, I've just parked, and I know it is going to be the best day ever today because I haven't just found parking where you usually can't find parking. I have found the prime parking spot, the best parking spot basically in the whole complex. Level 7 at West Quay is where you want to be, and trying to find a parking space in here is like gold dust, but trying to find a parking space next to the entrance of West Quay as you drive in, I have about 2 steps to walk and I'm in the complex. This is the best day ever, and mark my words, we are going to find everything we want to find, do everything we want to do today, and I may even go as far as saying we're going to miss the traffic. Can we defy the odds of 5 PM traffic? Well, we're going to try. So let's go shopping. One of my favourite things to do is to try on sunglasses, so that's exactly where we're heading. Can I please get a biscuit latte to take away?
Definitely.
And the Nutella Bueno Blondie as well, please.
And the salad for takeaway as well.
I'm gonna, in a takeaway cup would be amazing, but I might just have to sit down if that's okay. Thank you.
You mean the cake as well, yeah?
Yes, please. Thank you. Okay. And now for the main event, into John Lewis, which is where it all happens. It's my favourite shop in the world at Christmas time, especially at West Quay. It's just insane. these on everywhere. Just in Space in Quay, and I just had the most lovely lady come up to me saying that she watches my videos, and honestly, when that happens, it makes my heart feel so full, and I just feel so happy and just so grateful that I have this platform and I have you guys, and it's just such a lovely community. I love YouTube so much, and it just makes me so happy whenever that happens. It kind of makes me feel a little bit starstruck, because I feel like I forget that not that I forget that I'm online and like that my life's online and that people actually watch it, but I kind of forget as I'm walking around that anybody could be watching, and it's just, yeah, it's the most amazing feeling ever. So whenever I go shopping, if ever I see a Rituals, the one thing that you have to do, it's obligatory, is to go in there for the luxury hand wash, and I'm going to take you in. I'm going to be brave and ignore any social anxiety of vlogging and filming, but this is what you do. So they have these little hand washing stations, and you can use any of the exfoliators you want, the oils, the balms afterwards, and it's just the best thing ever. I can never come shopping and see a Rituals and not do this. And this is my favourite Rituals scent, the red one. It's insane.
Such pleasure do you bring me, oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree. Such pleasure do you bring me. For every year this Christmas tree brings to us such joy and glee. Oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree. Such pleasure do you bring me.
It smells insane. It's the amber and myrrh, and this honestly just smells incredible. My hands smell insane after using this. Then you find the hand balm section, little tester, and you get yourself a free hand spa basically with the Ritual scents. My hands, they smell amazing, they feel insane.
Oh
Stuff that I can never miss when I come shopping.
Be unchanging, a symbol of goodwill and love. You'll ever be unchanging, each shining light.
So we've now reached HomeSense, and this is where things start to get a little bit dangerous for me.
Cheers so well, oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree. You'll ever be unchanging, oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree. You'll ever be unchanging.
call is M&S. I want to go and get some food from the food hall. I want to get some dinner from the food hall for dinner this evening. But also while I'm in here, I wanted to show you, I did speak about it, I think on Vlogmas Day 3, I think it was, about my favourite underwear, which is from M&S. Oh my gosh, look. The Spencer Bear collection this year. So cute. But my favourite underwear is from M&S, and it's the Rosie Huntington Whiteley collection. They are the best bras, with the matching pants as well, but the bras themselves are just incredible. They're so comfortable. They fit seamlessly under tops and clothing. Where are they? Like I'm on a bit of a wild goose chase around the underwear section, but they're beautiful and they're actually still quite sexy, even though they're really comfortable. They do all sizes, all colours, and they're 100% silk. They're £29.50 I think, and they last for years, obviously so long as you look after them and follow the washing instructions, which are super simple anyway. But they're the only bras I wear these days. They don't stick in at the sides, even though they are underwired. I'm just walking around loads of bras right now and have no idea where I'm walking. I don't often come to this M&S. Where are we going? I'm just like walking around all the bras. Aha, I see one. Okay, so let me turn you around. Let me turn you guys around. So it's these ones. It's the By Rosie collection. I'm actually wearing this one right now, but they have this shape too, which is really beautiful and sexy. They have this one for more of a fuller bust. I have these too, and these are the pants. They're £15, and yes, you know, they're not a thong and they're not a skinny bottom, but they are sheer at the back, so they are still super sexy in a way, but they're just so comfortable. And as we've been discussing on this vlog, comfort sometimes is key, so I'm going to leave the set linked, and obviously you can get it in loads of different colours. You can get it for skin tones. There's greys, there's whites. These ones are really nice as well. Actually, they're a little bit more casual, but still really gorgeous. They've got lacy ones, but for me, the silk bras, these ones specifically, yeah, £29.50. They're so comfortable. So I've got this colour, I've got the more nudie one further down, I've got the black, and then I've got some of the more seasonal colours as well, because they're always coming out with lots. Loving the emerald. This is really beautiful as well, but they're just the most fantastic quality. And some of the sets actually do have a more sort of sexy thong knicker, if that's what you prefer. But for me, I actually really like the high leg ones. Really comfy to ride in as well, because I do struggle to find pants that I can actually horse riding comfortably while sitting trot on a very quick choppy Welsh stallion. Definitely have my struggles, especially as my saddle is so old and such a hard leather as well. The more I've started riding again, the more I've been struggling with underwear actually, which is probably a bit TMI, but the reality of it is that it's quite difficult. So these pants in particular, you can probably see it more on the nudier colours, these ones here. It's actually these ones that I like, which is the Brazilian ones. And so they have a really beautiful lace. They're still sheer at the back, so they're still sexy, but they're just so unbelievably comfy. So I do have a few Brazilian pairs. I do have a few of the high leg as well. And they're just fantastic. But the bras are so beautiful, whilst also still being a basic, if that makes sense. And as I say, they're silk, and I just can't stop raving enough about them, really. Trust me when I say they're the best. And by the looks of it, they've also got like a wedding collection with diamante bits on the side as well, and that's got a bit of a push up. So definitely come to M&S and have a look at the By Rosie collection, because it's top of the range and really affordable for really great quality, if that makes sense. But I also wanted to try and find the dressing gown, which is also the same collection, which I wore quite a bit now on this Vlogmas, because I've had it for about a week or so, and I wanted to find the one that I want to get my mum for Christmas and show you what I'm talking about, because it is dressing gown luxury at its finest, and again, such a great price for such an amazing dressing gown. Here they are. So I have this one, the dark grey, and they're £45, but this is just, when I say luxury, the hood, the sleeves, it's a maxi length, it's just like heaven in a dressing gown. They've got the nudie colour, They've got more of a sort of dusty pink, and then this is the one that I'm thinking of getting my mum for Christmas because she just loves bright pink, and it's just, as I say, the softest, coziest thing ever. So I'm hoping they're going to have a deal in the next couple of weeks, and then I'm going to purchase it then. But yeah, they're just amazing. I also bought mine in a size large, even though my regular size would be a size small, because personally I think the more oversized in fluffiness the better. And yeah, I just love the Rosie Huntington Whiteley collection with M&S. I can't stop, as I say, raving about it enough. Right, out of the parking space, haven't hit any cars, yes. Just like that, Christmas shopping is kind of done. I'm driving out of the complex, it's 20 to 5. I feel like I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to manifest the fact that I miss all the traffic. Obviously I'm going to miss all the traffic, but it's 20 to 5. So we're going to, fingers crossed for that. I have managed to complete all my Christmas shopping. I now know what I'm going to get for all my Christmas shopping. I did buy a sieve and I did buy a potato masher. In Home Sense as well, obviously I bought the blue Italian Spode oven dish, and then I also bought some Ralph Lauren tartan, like Christmassy tea towels as well, because I kicked myself for not getting them the last time I was in Home Sense a few weeks ago. So I'm just going down the levels of the car park currently. I feel like I'm getting dizzy, and I do feel really dizzy. Do you know, I feel like it's my fault. All I've eaten today is, well, I've had 2 teas, 2 coffees, and then that blondie, which I feel like my body is just saying, Scar, you need some veggies and some protein. So whilst in M&S, myself a super protein heavy stir-fry kit with all the veggies, so that's dinner tonight. I was going to cook something super yummy with you guys, which we can still do that together, but it's not exactly oh, thank you very much, they just let me straight out. Which, apologies if it's super dark as well, obviously it's now pitch black outside. This roundabout's usually chocker as well if there's heavy traffic, of which I'm halfway round, 3/4 of the way round. All the way around, the lights are green. Right, let's go, Scar. Brum, 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 brum. Tomorrow morning we are going to bake, and I've been thinking, what are we going to bake? What are we going to make? And we're going to go savoury, because I always go sweet, and I feel a bit sweeted out. I think especially after the blondie and feeling a little bit queasy now, I am like, I just fancy savoury. So we are going to make homemade sausage rolls. Sausage rolls to make at home are so simple as well, and they taste so much better because you've made them yourself. And actually they're quite a fun make. You can choose how they taste, what flavours you want inside of them, etc, etc. So I've bought some sausage meat from M&S, so we're going to do that in the morning. I'm gonna obviously go home now. Guys, I think I've missed the traffic. I'm really not gonna speak too soon, but I am like peak Southampton right now. Every light I'm coming to is green. See, I told you it was going to be a great day. This is a great day. The next lights, they're green. This car needs to beep out the way. Move. Let me through, let me through. I'm through. I told you, the sign of the car park, that was the sign of the best day. Now, I'm really big on manifesting as well. Like, the next lights are green. What? So I manifest, really love the law of attraction. I do think, you know, parts of it are a little bit hocus pocusy. However, I do just think there is no harm in being positive, and there's no harm in thinking the positive out of an outcome. And people are like, oh yeah, but then you have high expectations. But if something's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong anyway. Just hit some red lights. Yeah, I mean, if something's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong anyway. So you just as well have thought positively up until that point. So then you're not feeling, you know, sad from start to finish. You felt really good, and then you've had like a little bit of sad. That's my thought on it anyway, is, you know, there's no, that's my thought process anyway, is I always look for a silver lining. I always look for a positive outcome out of a bad outcome. If, you know, obviously doesn't work for everything in life, but the majority of things I do, I just really try to remind myself all the time to be a glass half full, not half empty. And it's definitely a mindset, and it definitely takes like mindset training to get there. God, people are in a rush. This is a 40 and you're going at about 80, my darling. Yeah, it's definitely a mindset that needs sort of training and ingraining, because you know it's such an easy habit to think, I'm never going to get a parking space today. Oh, it's 5 o'clock, I'm going to hit traffic today, and you don't even realise that that's negative thinking and negative talking, but it is. And it really takes a while, and also it's a permanent training of the mind as well, because it's so simple and because it's so easy to fall out of that. Like, you've always sort of got to remind yourself, what's the positive out of this? How can I think differently? And driving into a car park, for example, where is the harm in thinking, I'm going to find a car parking space today? Where's the harm in that? You know, whereas driving into a car parking space thinking, oh, it's so busy, I'm never going to find a space today, even if you're not, you've already set yourself up for failure. You know, there's just no harm in thinking positively. And there's a lot of people, including my friends, that think that my train of thoughts are like that. I've got my head in the clouds and I live, you know, through the daisy, and I'm a bit airy-fairy for sort of thinking like, but there's no harm, and I'm so much happier for thinking that way. And people always say to me, oh, you're so positive, you always look so happy, and that's just purely because it's a mindset. You know, don't get me wrong, I have bad days, I have shit that goes on in my life. I've been through shit as well in my life, like real solid shit. Things that would, you know, send a lot of people to therapy. And I've kind of managed to get through everything that I've had happen in my life and I've gone through in my life just by thinking, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be where I am today, my mindset wouldn't be where I am today, my life wouldn't be where I am today. And, you know, however much I definitely didn't deserve to go through that, nobody would deserve to go through that, I wouldn't be who I am today, probably, unfortunately, without that happening in my life. So that's just the spin that I take. I don't sort of think to myself, I'm so hard done by because this has happened. You know, I have a very privileged life, I'm a very lucky person, and that's again a really key mindset, is to always think that you're lucky, even if you think, oh, I haven't got what this person has though, so how can I be lucky because this person has this or that person has this. The fact that you're sat, you know, probably on your phone or, you know, on your sofa watching a TV now, you're so much more privileged than so many other people. And that's again something that I always try to remember and think as well. And I'm probably the least sort of bitter and spiteful person I know. And again, that's something that I've really made sure to be as well. Like, I really make sure to be grateful for everything that I have, and I'm never jealous of anybody, because I just, if I want something that somebody else has and I think, oh, I'd love to have that, I find that inspiring and I find it almost motivating. But also I think to myself, that person has that because of this reason. Whether they're born into it, then they can't help it, or whether they've worked really hard for it, then I'm really inspired by it, you know. And I just always try to think happy, and I always just try to think positive. And yes, okay, that could be airy-fairy, yes, okay, my head could be in the clouds, and potentially, you know, you might think, oh god, she doesn't live in the real world, but I do. But in my world I live in my version of a real world, and I love my version of my real world, and that's all it is, isn't it? It's sort of making, there's the Emma Chamberlain quote of just making life as, what's the word she uses? Life as, I think she uses the word pleasant, making life as pleasant as you can. I don't think it is pleasant, but you know, just making your life as easy as you possibly can. And we're all, and I also love the quote that we might not be in the same boat, but we're all in the same storm. And I love that quote. We're all in different positions, we've all been born into different things, we're all in different spheres in life and do different things and want different things, but we're all in the same storm, and we all go through things, and some people might think that their things that they've gone through is worse than other people's things, and that's also so fine. I've gone on a huge tangent here, but it's just about accepting who you are and accepting who other people want to be, and just focusing on you and focusing on your life and just making your life as positive as you possibly can. So yeah, we got here today by talking about traffic lights and parking spaces, but if you can take anything from this video, attempt to think of things in a more positive light, including traffic lights, including parking spaces. You can almost guarantee that every day will just feel a little bit lighter for doing that. will just make the day feel a lot more light. And yeah, and that is my TED Talk. Thanks for listening to my podcast, and I'm gonna drive home now. I've got myself a vitamin water as well from M&S. Really thirsty. Gonna drink this, especially now because I've been waffling on for such a long time. And yeah, I'll see you guys when it comes to cooking dinner. Well, I'm home and I didn't get stuck in any traffic, which is so exciting. So for dinner, I've got the peanut pad thai rice noodles from M&S. That's my sausage meat for tomorrow. Chicken breast. I think it was all of this for £7, I think, which it's supposed to feed a family, all of this. Then got the family-sized vegetable stir-fry mix and the pad thai style sauce. So basically I'm having chicken pad thai for dinner. And then I also saw, this is for my breakfast tomorrow morning, the mango and passion fruit kefir overnight oats. I thought I'd try that as well. My favourite of the overnight oats from M&S, I'm having to bend over so you can see me, is the apple crumble ones, but they were out of stock. I've tried the salted caramel, wasn't a fan. They had some new trifle ones, which I don't know if I fancy a trifle version of an oat. I do love a trifle, but in like overnight oats, I don't know. So I'm quite excited to try that tomorrow morning and see how I find that. Well, like, this is a lovely angle. Good morning, everybody. I have got my tea and my biscuit this morning. This is my bad habit. I can't start my day without a cup of tea and a biscuit. And it's Christmas, so the biscuits are getting a little thicker. This is a Viennese like Fox's chocolate sandwich. They're so good. Dee Dee, can we not do that to Mummy's tree? Dee Dee? Dee Dee? Oh god. So this is the best behaved cat. When I say the best behaved cat, she's never got her claws out at me ever. I've never been scratched by her. Like, she's just angel. But every now and then she goes through a crazy 5 minutes where I think she just gets bored and it's cold outside and she does really feel the cold, and so she brings her crazy 5 minutes inside, and it will either come in the form of a mouse or a bird or a mole that comes in, or something of mine, and we get this look in our eye. That looks fun under there. Gigi. The pain these presents took me to wrap. Gigi, you come here then, good girl. Mummy's baby. She's also really weird, where she's only really cuddly, like really cuddly, and she is so cuddly, but she's only cuddly upstairs. Downstairs, you're very privileged to get a cuddle downstairs. She turns into a bit of a wild cat downstairs, don't you? But also, on the subject of presents, if you are yet to try Midas Prosecco, which is the little black box with the gold ribbon there, please do yourself the favour in trying it this Christmas. The packaging is recyclable, the whole brand is sustainable, they only use the most premium of grapes, there's no added nasty ingredients or sulfites, so it's basically hangover free. The packaging obviously is super aesthetic and the bottle itself is also really gorgeous, but the product is fantastic, and it's now on Amazon with free next day delivery. It's linked in the description box, but honestly, like, for gifting and or just for celebrating yourself, your life, your friends, your family this Christmas, it is the perfect thing. It is the perfect thing to have on the table, and also is amazing in box fizz. And I'm still on the sofa having my very cosy morning. But just a quick PSA, because I feel like this needs to be spoken about. I've got a new revelation. I usually have to wash my hair if I'm going out and I'm doing things, for example Vlogmas, and I'm always vlogging and wanting to look presentable. I'm washing my hair basically every day, if not every other day at a push, because I introduced more of a root into my hair. It looks a lot greasier more quickly, if that makes sense. And I hate dry shampoo with a passion, because I hate the feeling of textured hair, and I hate that feeling of just my hair not feeling clean and soft. I personally don't even really use hairspray, very rarely, because I don't like that sort of sticky tacky textured feeling in my hair. Today is Saturday morning and I washed my hair on Tuesday evening before filming my Vlogmas intro this week, and I Dyson air wrapped. And don't get me wrong, my hair hasn't been brushed yet this morning, but I Dysoned, air wrapped it and pinned the curls on Tuesday, and it is now Saturday and we still have like something here. And yesterday my hair does look like it needs a wash, and it definitely does need a wash today, and it is getting a wash today. But we are now Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, basically 5 days, near enough, 4 days really, I suppose, in hours, since I last washed my hair. And I decided to do a new trick, and this could be a thing, this could just be me late to the party, thinking I'm inventing something when really I'm not inventing something, but I dry shampooed my hairbrush and then brushed it through, and then I don't get any white sort of powdery cast. My hair doesn't feel like it's sort of been weighed down with dry shampoo, and I get the benefits of sort of the more clean look that you get from dry shampoo, also the added benefits from the volume that it gives without the feeling, you know? Through my hands I've been putting the Kerastars oil through, which is my favourite for post-wash days. On wash days I like to use the Olaplex one because it's got such amazing heat protectant in it, and it lasts for ages, and it's non sort of greasy, it's a real weightless one, so it's fab for actual like hair wash days. So I've been putting that through the ends to keep it super silky soft. My hair this week is the best it's ever looked, ever felt, and I've done nothing to it. So I'm really impressed, and thoroughly recommend dry shampooing your hairbrush as opposed to your actual hair. I tried it with the budget-friendly Batiste this week, I've tried it with the Living Proof, I've tried it with the what's his name, it's a blue one, smells really good. I think it's called Lazy Girl Hair dry shampoo, something like that. So if I can save time, if I can save heat, if I can save money in terms of styling products and shampoos and conditioners, we could be onto something here. Okie dokie, so sausage rolls, optional steps, but I like to add a little bit of garlic and a little bit of onion, so I like to saute these first. Top tip for onions, sometimes works, sometimes doesn't work, but have the water in the background dripping slightly and pop a teaspoon in your mouth. But I'm going to dice my onion up really nice and small, and then probably just mince up 1 to 2 garlic cloves. So now these are sauteing, I'm actually going to add a tiny bit of sugar just so they start to caramelise slightly as well. And the best thing about making sausage rolls from home is you can literally choose exactly what goes in them, how you want them, what flavours you want them to be. And with sausage rolls, they're such an easy hosting thing to whip up, but they just taste so much better when you do home cook them. And as I say, you can choose exactly how you want them and what you want them to taste like. You can keep it super basic and just pop the sausage meat into the puff pastry and have it, and they'll come out just as they would, for example, in the freezer bags, like the little ones that we used to get as children. Add some sea salt. I am also just eyeballing all of this. Black pepper. A little paprika, actually. A bit more garlic seasoning. Now, I am somebody that really does like well-seasoned food, so if you're not that heavy into flavour, then obviously just judge exactly how much you want, which is why I'm not giving exact measurements, because this is all personal and optional. So just however much you would like to taste each flavour in a sausage roll, basically. I also want an egg in here too. Oh, doesn't want to come out. Hang on. Oh my god. That was not an egg that wanted to crack nicely. So this is the best smelling Zaflora I have ever had in my life. It's called Cozy Moments, and it just smells just so cozy, but it also fills the whole room and house with that smell. It's just insane. Wooden spoon all of this together, purely because I hate touching meat. If I had some of those gloves, then I would use those, but I don't, so I'm just gonna take a little while longer to mash everything together. So adding a 1/3 cup of breadcrumbs. I'm gonna prep the pastry. Now, you can make your pastry, obviously homemade from scratch, or you can save yourself loads of time and just buy it ready rolled, ready to go. I just think it's so much easier to buy it ready to go. You save loads of time, especially if you're in a rush. It's Christmas, everybody's got loads on. I just think it's so much easier to do it like this. So I don't know whether to do, I think I might 1/3 this actually. It looks like it's about 1/3, doesn't it? So I'm going to 1/3 these. And now for the fun part. Making these taste exactly how you like. Now you can keep these super plain, or you can be like me and pop some caramelised onion chutney and some chilli jam onto the pastry. We're going to have some chilli jam ones. These I know will be my personal favourite. Onion chutney And then on the end, we're going to mix the two together, because if I have cheese and biscuits, I personally just love mixing these two together. That might be a bit much on there, maybe not, we'll have a look. Ew, I hate touching meat so much. I think we've also done with chopping up my onions a little bit thinner as well. But anyway, I think that I've not done too little. Maybe I should have gone for a half as opposed to a third. We'll find out in a second. We can judge from my mistakes. I've not made sausage rolls in about a year, or since last Christmas, so it's always like reminding yourself portions and proportion sizes. I absolutely hate touching meat so much. Okay, so then all we're going to do is wrap them around on themselves. And this is where I think I definitely have gone overboard. We actually have kind of saved that, to be fair. If you prefer less chunky sausage rolls, then definitely, you could definitely get away with going for half. This one's definitely a bit more of a beefy one, so I might just try and stretch the edge of the pastry out actually a little bit. And chop them into the rolls. You can make this a lot less messy if you go for less meat and or more pastry. We can all learn from my mistakes today. Quick score. Finishing with an egg wash. And they go in the oven to bake. Literally look at these bad boys. Wow. Then I'm just gonna leave them to cool for about half an hour. They look, I don't know if I can get one out without ruining life, but that is how to make super easy at home sausage rolls. Good evening. I've just had a message about an hour ago saying, you'll be ready, won't you, in an hour? For what? Oh, for a dinner. It's 7:30 this evening, there's 10 of us. When was I ever told? Now don't get me wrong, I'm quite spontaneous, I don't mind, you know, last minute plans, and I'd much rather go than have FOMO and not go, obviously, but I am a girl and I do like to plan what I'm going to wear, so I've just had to chuck something together, which is very much first world problems, but I do just like to think about what I'm going to wear to these things. So what am I wearing this evening? What am I doing this evening? There's a dinner somewhere with about 10 of us at 7:30, and then more than likely heading out for some drinks somewhere afterwards. So I've kind of had to cater for many different circumstances. We're also going to the Alpine bar first for a mulled wine, so I need sort of cute, cozy, but still sort of potential to go out. So I've gone for a jumper. I actually got this from Target last year in New York, which is one of my favourite jumpers of all time. I've also got it in beige. It's like the perfect crop. It's perfect to tuck as well if you want to. It's just my favourite thing, but obviously sadly can't link it for you. It's like dangling a carrot, isn't it? Like, this is the best jumper ever, but you can't have it. My necklace is Nice Cream London, my earrings Nice Cream London. These are my favourite because they sort of remind me, this is going to sound bad, but I don't mean it in a bad way. It reminds me of something that my grandma would wear. My grandma was such a glamorous lady and she would always wear really big studs, and I just think big studs are really classy but also glam because there's a lot going on. I don't know, I feel like if I've got a big pair of studs in, well basically I prefer a big pair of studs, so like a big sort of dangly earring. I just feel a lot more put together like this, and I can also put my hair back and just still look, I feel like these just polish off any outfit if you've got a really nice stud. The necklace is super simple. The necklace is really simple, but I really love it. And then my belt is Abercrombie. My skirt is Holland Cooper. Love this. I actually haven't worn this since Cheltenham and I don't know why. It's such a gorgeous skirt. I feel like because obviously after Cheltenham it was then sort of spring summer fashion. It's been in the back of my wardrobe and I've totally forgotten I even had it. So since wearing it this evening, I'm going to be making so many more appearances in this skirt. My tights are ladder resistant and they're sort of like a darkish grey from M&S. And then my boots, which I don't think you can see from there, maybe they're also Holland Cooper. I'm going to wear the same coat probably that I wore shopping yesterday, the big grey oversized sort of like dad style jacket. I just love it. But anyway, I promise this video is ending in like the next minute or so, I promise. But I've just had Amazon deliver and they're two things I actually really want to show you because they're gorgeous actually, and a really lovely thing. Great adjective. Number one being this Scottish wool tartan blanket, which, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with. I've got a few actually from the same brand, but I've just never had one in this really gorgeous tartan. So it's called the Golden Eagle. I think it was £40, but it's huge, and obviously it's 100% wool. And it's just lovely, and you could actually have this around your shoulders as a shawl as well, and they're just lovely to have on the edge of a bed just to make something a little bit more Christmassy, but obviously tartan isn't just for Christmas. And I always remember when I was younger, my mum always had a tartan blanket just like this in the back of the car, just in case we ever broke down. She always just had a car blanket. So that's arrived. I've put that really nicely on the bed, haven't I? Hang on, it's just because I'm trying to show you, but I could just be like, got a new blanket and not have to scruff it up. But anyway, then I've also got this, and we're going to get this out together so you can see what this is. I've seen people talking about these on TikTok, and basically, supposedly, you don't ever run out of candle. Like, it warms the candle enough for the scent to linger in the room, but you never end up wasting, but you never actually end up finishing your candles, if that makes sense. So if you're buying expensive candles, you pop them under here and they supposedly last, I don't know if it's forever, I don't know if it's twice as long, I don't know. But this one in particular is really pretty, so I bought two. I've got one downstairs, but I thought we'd undo this one together. I love the fact that it also comes with bulbs. She's in there pretty tight. Okay. Oh, love her. And I'm pretty sure this was about £20, so we'll stick it on and actually see what it's like as a lamp as well, because I feel like it's such a pretty lamp. If it's a good lamp, as if it what I mean by that is if it produces enough light, I don't think £20 is actually too horrendous. I'm so behind, I'm always so late. Don't know why. Okay, bulb is in, let's plug it in and then I'll show you. Unravel this. Okay, this way you can see us both. That's so bright. That's brighter than my like actual ceiling light, and there we actually got you on my bedroom Christmas candle currently, so I can't put it underneath for context. That's really warm, and so you pop your candle underneath and it just sort of melts it as opposed to burning it, apparently. But even so, it's a really pretty lamp and I'm really happy with that. So it is finally time to close off of day 5 of Vlogmas. I'm so sorry for all of the waffle on today's video. I feel like it's been a very chatty one, and if you've made it this far, love you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you loved this video. As always, any links will always be in the description box. Don't forget as well that I've got daily giveaways on Instagram, so I'll leave my Instagram handle here. It's always in the description box, but there is some insane giveaways, including a set. So these earrings, this necklace, and then I've got a really gorgeous bracelet from Nice Cream London. That's part of one giveaway. I'm going to turn this off actually as well now, because otherwise I'm going to forget all about that. Love you guys loads, have the best day ever, and I hope to see you for Vlogmas Day 6. Mwah! Bye!